Hi everyone, it's Jill here from Relax, Release and Reiki. So, just before I started recording this, I opened up and asked my guides, what shall I Reiki on? What should the intention be for this Reiki session today? And I got endings and new beginnings. And more specifically, that in relation to feeling responsible for other people's happiness more particularly, that is a really weird one. And when you think about it, it is a little bit crazy. There's no way that we can make other people happy. We can make them laugh and stuff like that, I get that. But, fundamentally, happiness comes from inside each of us. And weirdly, we do live in a culture where almost that is encouraged, where we look to other people to try and make us happy, or we ourselves take on that role and the responsibility of other people's happiness. But the thing is, when we do that, when we do feel responsible for other people's happiness, it's often at the detriment of ours. Because we end up saying yes to things that we don't necessarily want to do because we think that's what the other person wants. We can allow our boundaries to be trampled, again because we think that's the right thing to do, and that yes, it will make the other person happy, even if it's not necessarily what we want. So it's about shedding that in a loving way, letting go of those feelings of responsibility, because I was getting that folks are feeling unsettled. They're feeling weighed down because responsibility can feel heavy, particularly when it isn't our energy. It can feel overwhelming, or just a sort of general feeling of being out of sorts, being out of flow. So it's about shedding that energy, like I say, in a loving way, letting it go. And then because we release energy, we create space, and that's where the new beginnings come in. So the new beginnings, I'm not sure what that means. I think that's going to come once I properly start to channel. So we'll see where that leads. And actually I found this a bit difficult actually, so it's obviously got that's something for me here. But taking that sense of responsibility a step further, when we release ourselves from that responsibility, it can mean the end of a relationship, which can feel really scary. So you may have taken in a sharp intake of breath as I've said that. There's an invitation to just go with the flow, even if it does mean the end of a relationship. It's not going to be like a click of the fingers and then your best mate phoning you and going, I don't want to. People don't hold their phone like that anymore, do they? I don't want to be your friend anymore. It's not going to be that, but it may be that you start to realise that one or a number of relationships that you're in, maybe just on a superficial level, or maybe some of them are quite deep and you're quite connected, actually aren't serving you, and that they are not balanced. They are very much a one way in the other person's favour. But anyway, let's just see where that goes. Yes, so overall, I've said quite a lot, which I don't normally do, but this is definitely about letting go of responsibilities that aren't ours, and in a sense then letting go of energy that we're holding that isn't really ours to be holding. And then we're going to create some space, and we're going to see what does that look like in terms of a new beginning. And that's the bit that I really invite you to hold on to, the new beginning bit, because that is exciting and it is for your highest good and your highest happiness. All right, let's do this. So I've already opened, but I'm not channeling. I will do that in just a moment. So get yourself comfortable, sit or lie down if you're not already, and use this as a time for yourself. So hopefully you're in a space where you can deeply relax, really immerse yourself in the process, in the Reiki, just for the short time that we're together. And to get the absolute max out of this, I always say, if you've had caffeine, alcohol or recreational drugs in the last couple of hours, maybe you want to come back to this another time. All right, enough. I think it's time to start to channel, so gently close your eyes. And just notice how being still and being quiet is so different to the energy of literally just a moment ago. How busy that energy seemed. And it's not untypical to feel as though it's almost impossible to relax and to go with the flow, go with the Reiki, because your thoughts, your energy, life has just been so busy. But I just invite you to trust that it is possible to deeply relax, to slow your thoughts down, not to stop them. We're not superhumans, we're just doing our best. So just to slow our thoughts down and to immerse ourselves in this beautiful Reiki experience. I always like to use a lot of nature imagery in my Reiki sessions. For me, that's the epitome of connectedness. We hold ourselves apart from nature as if it's something separate from us, but we're just part of this beautiful whole that is the universe, made up of each and every one of us. All of the animals, all of the plants, the trees, insects, birds, bees, you name it, we're all part of that universe. We're just one with it all. And so I invite you to connect once again with Mother Earth, with nature. So imagine yourself standing at the entrance to a beautiful wooded area. It's autumn, and the leaves on the trees are beautiful shades of copper and brown. There are leaves on the ground. There's a gentle breeze which rustles the leaves, and you can feel the crunch of leaves beneath your feet. The sun is shining, and you can see how it's casting rays of orangey golden light through the canopy of the trees. Almost little sparks of sunshine are just dancing and shooting out left to right. Despite the slight breeze, there is a stillness, a feeling of quiet and of calm. And it's a very comforting feeling. Although you're by yourself, you don't feel alone. You feel supported by the trees. You feel one with nature. Just pause. Feel your feet on the earth, no matter where they happen to be physically. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in as if breathing in the nature, the smell of the woods, and breathe out. And then on your next breath in, one of the rays of sunshine, of that orange golden light, imagine that dancing above the crown of your head. And as you breathe in, it flows right through you from the tip of your head, down your arms to the tips of your fingers, down your body, down your legs, and out through the soles of your feet. Constant stream of light, of Reiki, of love, and of healing. And on the out breath, each out breath, releasing energy that you no longer need. Trapped energy starts to pop, flow out. Anything that needs releasing, that needs shifting, coming out through the soles of your feet, down into the earth beneath you, as if you're putting out cords, roots down through the soles of your feet, down, down, down into the center of the earth. That energy flows down, right to the core, to be released, to be recycled. And as you do so, deepening your connection with nature, with the universe. You are separate, but you are one. Just pause here for a moment and just feel or imagine the flow of Reiki in through the crown of your head, into your face and neck, shoulders, arms, hands, to your chest and back, down into your tummy and pelvis, down your legs, ankles, feet and toes, out through the soles of your feet, down, down, down into the center of the earth. In through the crown of your head, flowing through your whole body, out through the soles of your feet. Feeling really calm, very, very grounded, centered, quiet, peaceful. Feel all of the tension in your body dissolve away. So in your imagination, picture yourself going into the woods. There's a pathway through that you can follow, and as you do, you hear birds singing, the gentle rustle of leaves on the tree. You continue to see that beautiful shaft of sunshine streaming in. There are deer gently grazing in between the trees. Feeling of oneness, of wholeness, of deep calm and contentment. It's as if you can hear the heartbeat of the forest, and it lines up with your beating heart, deepening that feeling of connection, of love and of oneness. And just ahead, you notice a tree with a really thick, wide trunk. It's beautiful. And as you gaze ahead at this trunk, a lady steps forward, as if coming actually from the bark or the trunk of the tree. She steps forward and you can see now the outline of her body. She moves towards you. Beautiful grey hair flowing out behind her. Her face is if made up of the bark of the tree. Lines of wisdom, hundreds and hundreds of years of wisdom and knowledge etched into her face. And you feel as though you've known her all of your life. And you know that she has great wisdom and that she has nothing but love for you. And as she approaches you, she reaches out her arms and draws you into a loving embrace. And just holds you here for a moment. It's Mother Earth personified. She takes a step back from you. Become aware of the fact that you're wearing a very, very heavy coat, which is weighing you down. And in this moment you realise that it's the weight of responsibilities that you've been holding. Mother Nature reaches forwards and holds the two front panels of the coat in her hand, ready to help you to shrug off the coat. But just before you do so, she's asking you to just contemplate, what does this coat represent for you? What's just one responsibility that you've been holding that isn't yours, that you can actually let go of now? What's one thing that you've been saying yes to when you really want to say no? what's one thing that you've been doing that doesn't make your heart sing, that you'd really like to stop doing? Mother Nature is reassuring you that whatever it is, even though it may feel scary, know that it's okay. You may not know how to let go of that responsibility at this moment, but set the intention that you want to let it go, that you want to release yourself from it, and that you're open to seeing how to make that happen. Trust the universe. Trust that it's possible, no matter how impossible it may feel at this moment. Open your mind, open your heart, allow yourself to think, what does this coat represent to me? Go with the first thing maybe that popped in your head. Explore a little further. What does that really mean? Ask the question. Stay relaxed, stay calm. Allow your thoughts to flow where they want to. Even if it doesn't make a lot of sense at the moment, trust that it will. The dots will join up and you'll have the aha moment. And now Mother Nature shrugs the coat from the top of your shoulders and then she walks round and gently pulls the coat down off your arms and away from you. She holds your coat in her arms. Turn round and see the coat and see just how heavy it is, or how heavy it was, and how you feel lighter now that you've given away that responsibility, you've released it. And as you turn round, Mother Nature turns and starts to walk away from you with the coat dragging behind her. And as she does so, the coat starts to dissolve into the earth, little by little. And as she takes each step, more of the coat disappears, dissolves. Till finally the coat is gone and Mother Nature's hands are empty. The energy of that responsibility has dissolved back into the earth to be recycled. You're free. And now turn back the way that you were facing before, into the forest, into the woods. Take a few steps forward, and as you do so, you notice that the path, which once was single track, now has two forks, one to the right and one to the left. And you instinctively know that the path that takes you on the right will be continuing with the responsibility that you are seeking to let go of, that you've just released. And the path on the left is the new opportunity, the new beginning. And the light on the two paths is different. The one on the right is in the shade and feels cold and in the shadows. And the path on the left is lit by a shaft of golden sunlight, the warm orange hue. It's bright and exciting, and you choose to take the left path, the path to new beginnings. Walk along this path and see how easy it is to follow. You didn't have to do anything. And just notice whether any thoughts or ideas about how to relinquish the responsibility that you've shed will work for you. Ask, how can I make this happen? Trust that Reiki is always a return to love, and therefore whatever is suggested will be coming from a loving place, both for you and for anyone else involved, always. Keep wandering along the left path, almost as if you can feel the sunlight, the sunshine on your face, on your skin, a warm glow of knowing that you've made the right choice, that you've made space for new opportunities, new beginnings, and you feel lighter, more motivated, more energized. You feel open to the possibilities of something new and exciting. And it feels important for you to know that as one door closes, another always will open. And even though change can feel scary or impossible even at times, just trust that change is good, and that the next opportunity will be for your highest good, in full support of you. But sometimes to get to that place, we have to leave things behind that aren't serving us to make space energetically, emotionally. It's like having a clear out, a physical clear out, creating the space for better. Okay. So before we come back into the room, I'd just like to say, whether you feel as though you have an answer in terms of what the new beginning is, whether you know how to make it happen or not, trust that opportunities will be put in your path. Feel as though you're going to leave this Reiki with your eyes wide open, full of positivity, optimism, full of energy, and a deep sense of knowing that good things are happening. Okay. So imagine yourself walking now. You've come to the edge of the forest. Step out into the wide expanse. Look around and know the world is at your feet. And with that feeling of possibility and optimism in your heart, start to notice your physical body again. And then open your eyes and come back into the room. Okay. Well, yeah, as I say, a lot of the time in a Reiki, when we ask for an answer or for guidance, well, I'd say that probably we did receive it, but it's hard sometimes to tune in, particularly if you're not so used to meditating and Reiki and things like that. We don't always trust ourselves, or we don't always trust the process. But so whether you received an answer or not, like I say, be open to opportunities. It is amazing how you're looking at something on social media and boom, there's the answer, or you just happen to randomly pick up a magazine and there it is. So yeah, have your eyes wide open, metaphorically speaking. And try and look at things from a new perspective now. Now that weight of responsibility is being lifted off. Well, other than that, I think all I need to do is wish you lots and lots of love and happiness.